Mutaswala Mathias Mpuga nsamba olunaku olwaleero ate yeesooze His Excellency Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Bobi Wine ku Parliament. Omukulembeze waffe omulungi Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Bobi Wine bw'abadde azze ku Parliament kuno okugezaako okusoma embalirira y'eggwanga gye twandiyise budget, era nga Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Bobi Wine yayitiddwa omukulu Honorable Joe Ssenyonyi wabula Mathias Mpuga nsamba munnange y'omu ku basoose okumwaniriza. Ono nno atwesibako naye munnange tetukyamuliko. Kasita ayagala okugoberera mu mateeka gaffe ne bye tumugamba munnange ffe twamugya kalayini naye tetumanyi nsonga lwaki atulemeddeko n'otwesibako okw'enjawulo. Simanyi Mathias Mpuga nsamba ani amuwa amagezi ago nti beesibeeko balemerere ekibiina kiremeremu kolaki? Mukwano gwange Mpuga, bw'otaakola ekituufu kyakugambibwa tewali akyalina budde bukuwuliriza, tukwongera okujjukiza. Nenga ye pulezidenti w'abantu, pulezidenti waffe omulungi His Excellency Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Bobi Wine amaze okutuuka no ku Parliament wagenda okusomebwa alternative budget, ng'era omukulu Honorable Joe Ssenyonyi budget eno yagiteeseteese era ng'egenda kuba esomebwa olunaku olwaleero. Pulezidenti waffe omulungi Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Bobi Wine ajjidde ddala okubeerawo ng'ate budget esomebwa, weewaawo nti ekyenjawulo ekirimu bajeti eno egenda ne bagiyisaamu amaaso abo ne balowooza nti no terina mulamwa, ne balowoozesa abantu nti ne bwe basoma tebirina kye bikola, naye ng'ate kyandibadde kirungi gavumenti eno n'etuna mu bajeti eno kubanga ssente nnyingi zigenda ku bintu ebitalina mugaso. Zigenda mbu zigenze mu bannamagye ate nga bannamagye munnange tebazifunamu, wabula batono nnyo ab'olubatu abafuna mu ssente zino. So baganda bange, mikwano gyange, kyenyinza obagamba nti yo embeera bw'eti bw'eri. Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Bobi Wine His Excellency amaze okuba nga atuuka wano ku Parliament, era nga twongera bwongezi bajjukiza nabbategeeza nti omukulembeze tuli naye wano ku Parliament, abalala tebalina kye batugamba. Ffe tulina mukulembeze bw'ati bw'atuuse. Mathias Mpuga nsamba ndowooza omulaba we yeekubisa bu plastic smile mbu olwo nno oyeneza President Kyagulanyi, naye nga President engeri gy'ali omuntu w'abantu, engeri gy'ali taata, era naye amuteereddeko smile. Katusuubire nti tunaagenda okuva wano nga ne Honorable Francis Zaake afunye entebe ye era nga bamuwadde entebe ye. Ffe ebigambo tujja bibagambanga, n'ayagala owulira anaawulira, n'ayagala otegeera anaategeera, naye nga ffe tujja kukola ng'ogwaffe okubawa updates zonna ebifa mu ggwanga n'ebifa mu Parliament, ebifa wano, ebifa ku Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Bobi Wine. Ffe gwe mulimu gwaffe gwe tusinga okukola era gwe twasomera ssebo. His Excellency Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Bobi Wine tweyanzizza. Mwebale nnyo kwagala ggwanga, mwebale kubeerawo ku lwa Uganda, era mwebale kukola buli kimu ekisoboka okulaba nga tutereeza eggwanga. Tuli mu Parliament ne His Excellency Deputy President of Uganda Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Bobi Wine, era nga njagala nkulaga embeera nga President atuuka olabe President w'eggwanga maama. Wisdom and providential goodness, has appointed officers of leaders and parliament of humanity.
We beseech you to look upon whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of such important trusts in this land. Come under the lordship, and so just and faithful a man to promote the honor and glory of those whose interests you have committed to their church. Amen. Let me introduce. I welcome you all to this
and it's not okay. And so we must speak out, we must give direction, and we must rally the people of Uganda to join this cause. As I do it, I'm going to invite my leader, Baran, to take note that have joined us today from civil society. Civil society plays a very critical role, and it's important that we all keep joining hands. As I have said, the struggle we are involved in to see a better country is for all of us. It is for leaders, it is for civil society, it is for ordinary folks out there, it is for the traders, it is for the ordinary people, everybody. And so we do appreciate you. I will be taking notes of each one by name. Our shadow minister for information at some point will take note of each one of them, but we do appreciate you for coming. Ladies and gentlemen, do allow me to invite our OB. He's not only a leader, but he's an OB in this field. As we were walking down the stairs, he was reminiscing about his time in this field, especially during the project waterfall, talking a lot about that. He will not be with us entirely. In fact, I grabbed him from an engagement he was at, and so shortly after his remarks, he'll be going back to that engagement, but I'm glad he could make time. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Emisinde Okuva. You're welcome. Mic check 1, 2. The Right Honourable Leader of our Parliamentary Front, Honourable Members of Parliament, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, allow me also add my voice to send heartfelt condolences to friends, families and comrades of Sarah Epelu, and I continue to pray that the Almighty rest her gentle soul in eternal peace. It is an honor today for me to share my thoughts with you this morning as we launch our alternative budget policies for the new financial year. The theme for today is a reflection of our vision for a new Uganda, a Uganda whose resources are exploited for the benefit of the citizens and not for the benefit of a select few individuals. A Uganda that protects and promotes dignity and basic freedoms and rights for every citizen. A Uganda that puts interests of the people, the citizens, at the forefront of public policy. The alternative budget priorities presented today recognize the plight of the ordinary Ugandan, whom the leaders derive their mandate from, and also pay of what we intend to do in order to make Uganda a country that works for every Ugandan. Ladies and gentlemen, Ugandans deserve better health care, they deserve better education, and they deserve better infrastructure in order for them to live their full potential and benefit and enjoy all their fundamental rights. Because education is essential for producing skilled workers, a workforce that will transform communities, it's therefore important that our children study subjects and courses that are relevant to their passion and natural abilities. We cannot achieve without changing, we can't achieve this without changing or in fact overhauling our entire education system and realigning our education institutions. Considering that 75% of Uganda's disease burden is preventable, then we must make our priority to invest in disease prevention rather than disease cure. This should be done in a skilled and professional health workers through a fair recruitment process and go ahead to remunerate them fairly and on time. We must think about our creative area. Think about our creatives, provide conditions that don't only protect their intellectual property, but also create conditions that help them to live to their full potential. About the creatives that will go on and on and on, but the rest, I guess, Dr. Hilderman and others who are creatives and within our leadership will elucidate on that. However, ladies and gentlemen, as attractive as all these alternative policies might be, it is actually impossible to achieve them if the leaders in charge of our national resources cannot rise above their petty selfishness. We must resist, we must reject, in fact, we must eject all forms of corruption in public administration. Otherwise, all this will be going to the west. Our sources will continue sinking down the long drain of personal greed at the expense of our collective well-being and at the lives of our people, our children, and our children's children. As a national unity platform, we shall continue to take decisive action in that regard. Many good proposals have been presented in terms of policy alternatives, in terms of laws, by ourselves and other leaders. But let us be honest, no matter how good our thoughts are, no matter how beautiful our proposals are, they shall never see the light of the day for as long as Dictator Ssenyonyi is still in charge of this country. That is my firm belief. Yes, we must continue telling Ugandans the truth as it is, instead of, misleading them with eloquent speeches. We must paint to them a picture of the problem and indeed go ahead and point at where the problem is. The man who has ruled our country for almost 40 years now is not just a political opponent to us, no. He is the embodiment of Uganda's problems. He is a living testament of corruption. He is the testament of oppression. He is the embodiment of the abuse of all democratic principles. In a nutshell, he is the roadblock, he is the stumbling block between Uganda and its progress. So let us face the reality and deal with the reality as it is. It's until you diagnose the problem that you'll be able to. He and his cronies live in extreme luxury while our hospitals are sick and our schools are rotting away. Yes, we have alternative policies. Yes, we have brilliant minds here in Parliament, wonderful at economics, wonderful at debating and all that. But we shall debate, we shall propose, and we shall articulate issues. But let me be clear to you, once again, my brothers and sisters, that no matter how good our alternatives are, no matter how well-intentioned you, our MPs, are, it won't make any difference for as long as we don't have any power to implement those good ideas. We must get used to that fact and deal with that fact exactly the way it is. we can draft the most comprehensive budgets, we can allocate funds meticulously, we can strategize endlessly, but as long as Museveni remains at the helm, the efforts will all be like rearranging cups on a falling table. We must channel all our energy, we must channel all our passion and all our abilities and all our determination towards one mission: removing the dictator and reorganizing the country as a citizen of Uganda. That is the only way this is going to be possible. So I continue to encourage all of us here present and those watching us outside that we must do what we must do. You cannot just take a step unless you unlock your feet. So for now, what we have as a great resource is our collective determination and collective will to have a free country, and after having that, then we shall go ahead to build a Uganda where all Ugandans are equal regardless of their ethnicity, regardless of where they come from, regardless of religion, tribe, or social class. We shall go ahead to build a Uganda where leaders lead with integrity, where leaders are true servants and citizens are the true masters of their destiny. So let us use this resource that we have to put an end to this dictatorship. Let us use this resource to change this country once and for all. I thank you for listening to me, for God and my country.
Thank you, Mr. President, for that very elaborate speech. We also thank the Leader of Opposition for his speech to us all. We believe we have taken in what we have been told. Now, allow me, honorable members, to invite Coach Bob to take us through a small session of, stretching, so we can move forward. Thank you so much.
Can we stand up, please? Now it is our responsibility. Hands here. My video shot, don't worry. All of us can do it. Order, we are here. Just for instructions. I'll be counting one. But keep the smiles.
His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, the 10th President of the Republic of Uganda, has just addressed the nation about the alternative budget of the Office of the Leader of Opposition. The Right Honourable Ssenyonyi has welcomed the President in the House as they are introducing their budget to the nation. As you've heard, the President has challenged them that even if they speak a lot of English, even if they have good alternative policies without changing the government, they are doing nothing. So he has advised them to focus on the main issue of changing the leadership from the top office, that is the office of the President, and he has encouraged them to continue spreading the gospel of change. He has advised the members of Parliament to focus on teaching the nation how to focus, how to change. That's
embeera bwetyo bweri mu Parliament era nga His Excellency the Elected President of Uganda Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Kuvawo bw'atyo ensonga bw'agikoze, bw'etyo ensonga bw'erabise. Tukkiriza nti Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Kuvawo, His Excellency the Elected President of Uganda, ng'alwamu ne bannayuganda ku lwa Uganda eno tujja funa ekituufu kye tulina ofuna nga bannansi, era tusuubira nti Pulezidenti waffe omulungi His Excellency ku lw'eggwanga lino ne Uganda ffenna tujja kuba bawanguzi, tewali kitagendagenda maaso.